got this food plot in here. It doesn't look pretty. These deer have been wearing it out. They're bedding over on this hill. Had a few in here when I walked up. I hated that. I'm early. They were just even earlier, so he's in here and gets set up. Nice little young buck down here, pushing his does around now. That's the same does that were standing in the plot when I got here. I just gently knocked them out. All they did was go down, circle around there. Actually, come right back up here to me. The little bucks up here checking them out. There's deer coming up right beside us. Be quiet. Let me look at them for a minute. This sucks. Just sit still, be quiet. Be really quiet. You're doing good. Just be quiet. Decided to switch it up this morning. Come over here to an Old Faithful stand. Haven't seen much in here this year. I haven't hunted it much either, to be honest. But over the history, I've shot a lot of good bucks out of this stand. I want to sit tight in here this morning. It's a great morning. See if maybe our luck can turn around. We've seen all kinds of deer on the other side of the farm, but I just cannot catch up with a mature buck over there. We figured we'd try something different. There's a doe down here at the corner of the field that just popped out too. I haven't seen anything all morning, and they popped out in two different places at the same time. Good morning. It's Thanksgiving 2024. Just got daylight. Got 3 does feeding this upper plot here. I got 4 feeding down to my right, down towards the neighbor's side. I really wanted to be in a stand that's up there on that hill, but the wind is completely wrong. There's a couple of my bobcats. I've seen them quite a bit this year.
These 3 does came across the field right to me. They walked in the woods beside me, and just after they entered the woods, I hear a grunt. I already knew that it had to have been a buck about to run them back out of the woods, and before I could even get the camera turned back on, this buck that I'd been waiting on was standing right in front of me chasing these does around. I tried everything in the world to stop him, but he wasn't having it. I was glad to at least finally lay my eyes on the buck that I became to know as No-Show.
Alright guys, we're heading in this evening. I'm gonna go into the woods. We've got 3 pictures of No-Show this week, and all 3 have been in these woods. And all 3 times have been a southwest wind. Well, guess what we got today? Southwest wind. They've been hanging out around here, hadn't they? Alright. Now y'all know I don't hunt the woods much. We're not going very far. This blind's maybe 100 yards in the woods at most. I could shoot one out of where I'm standing right here in this field. Let's ease in here and get set up. I always walk into every stand just like I'm hunting. Don't ever just go barreling up in there. Go slow and quiet and take your time.
Well, I was seeing some deer movement down on the edge of the field, but as I was sitting in my spot, my buddy Jack was on the other side of the farm, and he was about to have an encounter with the buck that I had been after. He had already shot one of our great bucks off the farm on opening day of muzzleloader, so believe it or not, he opted to pass this buck in hopes that I could get a shot at him later. That's a good friend.
Out in that field, you're screwed. He just put his head down, but he popped it right back up. Oh my God. Oh, he's moving. He's turning around, walking back in. Oh, yeah.
Well, this encounter got me fired up, and I couldn't thank Jack enough. But I gotta say, it really put the pressure on me.
He's freaking huge. Yeah, he is outside of his ears. Here he goes. He's going back in the woods. Alright, well, I'm getting dressed this morning. It's 26 degrees. I got Casey with me. I ain't used to having a camera guy. Every time he takes somebody else hunting, they get one, so I'm gonna make him go with me this morning. It's day number 674, chasing this buck. I don't really know how many days it is, but it feels like that.
You've been after him over a month, I know that for sure.
I duck and he dives. I dip and he slides. He's in there, but it ain't because of the rut. The rut ended November 22nd at 3:43 p.m. Make sure to tell all your buddies that.
Yep, they quit chasing
We
that
love
day.
when everybody starts saying that the rut's over and they're done hunting, because it keeps pressure off of us. No, truth is, the late season rut is actually a lot of times better than early season. But don't tell too many people that. I think I'm gonna go to the Northfield blind. It's the last place he was seen. Common sense will tell you to go where we seen him, so I don't know. We're gonna start walking and find out. after no show again.
Hopefully he gets them.
I brought my good luck charm with me today. We've been after him pretty hard, but my time off work just happened to have lined up with terrible weather for deer hunting. It's been hot, it's been windy, been a little rainy, which is usually good, but not when it's 50-mile-an-hour wind. Yesterday evening, we came in here before the rain, saw a bunch of does and a little buck, and we let them go on by, and after we left, no show came by with that same group about an hour after dark. So because of that, I think I know where he's bedding this particular period in time. When you hunt smaller properties, you can't just go to people, you know, a lot of times say, well, go to his bedding area. Well, you can't do that when it's a whole neighbor over or two neighbors' farms over. So we just got to hope our timing gets right one of these times, and we catch him coming through at the right time. Let's go try it. He's down.
Is that a no-show?
Yeah.
It's a no-show.
I can't tell you how excited I am to get this deer. Some of you probably wondering why in the world did I shoot him with half a rack. I'd have shot him if he'd have broke everything off but a 5-inch nub. I've hunted this buck for weeks. I've hunted him mornings, I've hunted him afternoons. He's been behind me by just an hour or less 2 different times when I've been hunting. Another run-in I had with him, Casey and I were filming a few weeks ago, and he come out on me in the pre-dawn light. It was about 14 minutes before legal shooting light, and he come out right in front of us. You could see him out there in that field. He never came back out that day. So we got a picture of him heading towards the south side. Not last night, but not before last. Had his full rack. This morning it finally worked out. So I couldn't be happier to have my little buddy with me.
This belongs to you.
Yeah, here's my case.
That's a cool phone call.
Yeah, I figured you probably knew what I was calling
I
about.
got up, it's ringing. I went, oh yeah!
My leg's still shaking here. I hadn't quit.
I see him. I see him. I saw him coming over. That's an easy track job there, huh?
Yeah, it's our kind of tracking job.
Did you show him how to do it?
I learned from Nealon.
You showed your dad how to just drop them when your tracks?
I cannot believe you
Well, he's worn down. I mean, he's just now gaining back his weight.
Yeah, this is the first day. He's got an injury on his head. Look, he's got a bad injury. Look, it's an abscess.
Could be white for all.
There he is, a little bit better view of it. See there, he's shed. He's got an injury right here on top of his head. It's real abscess. I don't know if it made him shed a little early or not. But you kind of see how wide that butt was. Just looking at him right here. He's a big old buck. I'm glad to have him. Half rack or not. I'll get some pictures. Get him cleaned up.